Ladies and gentlemen, finally, just yesterday, the build-up to this season's mini live event began, where the Daigo NPC was relocated over to the Frozen Portal and has officially began his ritual, where over the next few days, each one of his Ani masks will start to glow till they're all activated, causing the portal to activate as well. Daigo also brought a new mythic weapon along with him, known as the Splinter blades. They weren't just incredibly important for the storyline earlier in the season, now they're even more important than ever. We have all the info for you right here in this video. But first, I'm literally one subscriber off my goal of 4.66 million subscribers. So if you hit that subscribe button right now, you'd literally make my entire year. And somebody tied our buddy Gup to the train tracks, and he's quickly running out of time. The only way to save him is to hit the thumbs up button on this video before it's too late. And don't forget, guys, I'm gifting 5 subscribers every single day who drop a like and comment with their epic ID. Huge shout out to all of these supporters. Thank you to everyone who uses my code in the item shop, because none of this would be possible without it. Ladies and gentlemen, we wasted too much time. We got a ton of awesome stuff to cover right here in this video, including everything you could want to know about the upcoming mini live event, as well as the brand new Mythic Splinter blades, and so much more. Let's get into it. Now, super quickly, before we hop in game and check out Daigo's new mythic, first things first, we all know the upcoming mini live event revolves around Daigo and his ritual that he spent the last few weeks working on, involving getting the Splinter blades from Night Rose, infusing his own mask with the power of the sprites, all so he can rescue his sister Jade from the spirit realm. Well, it turns out another even more important storyline character has been confirmed to make an appearance during the event, and it's possibly the most important character ever. Let me explain. So at first, when you went up and interacted with Daigo at his new location, he would go on to say, "Did my brother send you? Tell him I have a plan and not to get in my way." Obviously referring to Kendall's lack of trust in him, as he thinks Daigo's involvement will only make the situation worse. And on day 2, when the first mask activated, he would say, "I can feel the power of the spirit realm. It's beginning." And each day leading up to the event, he'll continue to reveal more and more, until on day 4, when he reveals something huge, saying, "I can hear its whispers. It knows me, my family, our bloodline. It wants to take me too." Obviously referring to a mysterious character speaking to him through the spirit realm. He then goes on to say, "I don't know you. I don't trust you. I won't let you touch that shard." And here's where things get interesting, because you remember about 2 weeks ago when the new Goldie NPC arrived on the island, and she had some very interesting dialogue with Midas, saying, "I hear an old friend of yours is making some power moves." And the entire time since then, we all assumed she was talking about the Chaos Agent, since he was teased inside of a Chapter 2 remix loading screen, along with a bunch of other teasers that have all have since came true, with the exception of the Chaos Agent. Turns out the mysterious character speaking to Daigo from the spirit realm isn't the Chaos Agent at all, and instead is actually Hades, aka the one responsible for keeping Midas prisoner in the underworld for multiple years. Though I know technically Midas and Hades aren't friends like Goldie said, but I'm pretty sure she was just saying that sarcastically. But wait, it gets better, because you remember how at the end of Chapter 5 Season 2, when the Zeus statue came to life during that season's mini live event, well, apparently after that, Hades fled the island in search of a new domain to rule. What better place for him to rule than the spirit realm, essentially being the Japanese version of the underworld. Now don't worry, Hades won't actually be escaping the spirit realm and arriving on the Fortnite island. Instead, the demons he's taking control of will escape the portal. We'll have to fight against them to save Daigo's sister Jade. Once we're successful, 2 mysterious briefcases will be sent through the portal, one of them being called a shadow briefcase, and the other being a golden briefcase. The golden one absolutely 100% being a reference to Midas. But wait, it gets even better. A new portal has arrived inside of the Fortnite game files, actually being a golden spirit realm portal that I'm really hoping we get to see Midas come out of. However, unfortunately, right now it's too early to be certain. But with the theme of the next season being confirmed to be a heist season, I imagine that both of the leaked briefcases will be stolen by a mysterious character from the spirit realm, and we'll need to spend the next season doing our best to steal it back. And don't worry, all of this is leading up to Daigo's brand new mythic weapon, which we're just about to check out. But first, apparently some people on the island aren't happy with Daigo attempting a ritual to save his sister. This includes demons like Shogun X. If you talk to Daigo while wearing that skin, it says, "I'm taking my sister back, demon. Don't get in my way." Well, let's be honest, that was super obvious. The demons have been trying to steal her soul and control her, just like they did to Night Rose. But it may already be too late. You guys check this out. If you actually go and interact with Daigo while wearing the Jade skin, he goes on to say, "Whatever you are, you're not my sister. Stay out of my way." Basically implying that he knows the demons have already taken control of her, but the demons aren't the only ones trying to stop Daigo from completing his ritual. An even more important storyline character is trying to stop him as well, actually being Hope, the main protagonist for the last few seasons. And this is where things get super interesting, because if you take the new Hope skin and go and talk to Daigo, he says, "If you're thinking of trying to stop me, don't. And at first, this literally didn't make any sense to me. As Hope has every reason in the world to be in support of DAIGO'S mission, since her and Jones have been trying to recover the missing 0-point shard, which they now know is inside of the spirit realm. So shouldn't they want DAIGO to perform his ritual so they can get it back? Turns out, not quite. And the explanation why actually has to do with the final missing piece of the puzzle being DAIGO'S brother, Kendo. Because remember earlier in the video, when I said Kendo doesn't trust DAIGO, thinks his plan will only make things worse. That is now more important than ever, because if you take the Kendo skin over to DAIGO and interact with him, now goes on to say, brother, don't even think about trying to stop me. And this is where things get super interesting, because obviously that dialogue doesn't fully explain why Hope would want to stop him. Turns out the answer actually has to do with Jones's dialogue whenever you ask him about Kendo, where he says that Hope trusts him and that he should trust him too, as well as some more dialogue Jones has with DAIGO, where he goes on to say, you're not telling us everything, obviously implying Hope and Kendo don't trust DAIGO, and they believe there's more to DAIGO'S plan than he's fully disclosing. So who knows, maybe Hope and Kendo are right about DAIGO. He'll go on to betray us during the mini live event. Speaking of DAIGO, he brought a new mythic weapon in preparation for the event, known as the Splinter blades, because earlier in the season, Hope and Kendo were investigating the crater left behind by the 0-point shard, and doing everything in their power to locate it and capture its power. They actually had us go around the island and collect these things known as meteor splinters. Were obviously mini pieces of the 0-point shard, broke off when it first crash landed. Then we were tasked with taking the meteor splinters to the spirit forge and use it to craft the splinter blades that were essentially these beautiful dual wielding knives made entirely out of the 0-point. And then we delivered them to the Night Rose, who said these could free me and perhaps your Jade. I know who to give this to. You'll have to trust me on this. Obviously, the character she gave them to was DAIGO, which was revealed after talking to Kendo in the last set of story quests. And this is where things get super interesting. Just don't forget about when Night Rose said the blades could help free not only Jade, but herself. Turns out, it'll be revealed during the live event that the demon who forced her to be controlled by the puppeteer for all eternity is actually Shogun X. The brand new Shogun X boss was discovered inside of the Fortnite game files. It's totally separate from the Shogun boss that spawns towards the end of the game, implying that what she actually meant when she said the blades could free her is that since the Splinter blades are made up entirely of the 0-point, they possess the necessary powers to defeat Shogun for good, wipe him from existence permanently. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time to check these things out. So here we go, drop it into a real game. And you probably already guessed it, but obviously we're going to start off by making our way over towards the frozen portal to where the live event will be taking place right over here. Now, as you can see, this entire area is officially entered its second stage, and a few different things happen. First off, we're able to see that one of DAIGO'S magical masks have officially activated, and in turn is now starting to activate the portal. And as you can see, now the portal is really starting to take shape. Don't forget that all of these masks essentially act as a replacement for a traditional live event countdown, and each day one of these masks will light up until the live event takes place. And with there being a total of 6 different magical masks, means the live event will be taking place on Saturday. Back to the Splinter blades. So by now, I'm sure you've all noticed that if you walk up to the DAIGO NPC, you're actually able to spot the beautiful blades hanging off of his belt, but unfortunately, you're not able to grab them, and there's no way to purchase them from the DAIGO NPC himself. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because that doesn't mean you're not able to use them. Let me explain. So once the live event finally begins and the new Shogun X boss comes out of the portal like we discussed earlier, DAIGO will actually go on to say, I've gifted you some magical weaponry. Obviously, the magical weaponry he is referring to here is the Splinter blades, and we will indeed need to use them to defeat Shogun X and wipe him from existence. But wait, it gets even better, because you remember how a few weeks ago, DAIGO began capturing a bunch of sprites and holding them prisoner in the basement of his shop. Apparently, he took each one of their powers and infused them with the Splinter blades by using that weird little magical machine, meaning the blades will give you the healing effect that comes from the water sprites, the gliding ability from the air sprites, because they're made up entirely out of pieces of the 0-point, also give you the ability to 0-point dash. The downside is, it sadly only seems like we'll get to use this magical weaponry during the event, and it won't actually be released into the normal Fortnite loot pool. The good news is, since there's about a week in between the live event and the release of the brand new season, there is still a very good chance Epic Games will leave it in the game just for that week. That would be pretty disappointing. A magical weapon like this definitely deserves enough time to shine. Epic Games has just spent way too much time hyping this weapon up to just never release it. Either way, the upcoming live event honestly looks to be one of the best ever. I can't wait to see what it means for the future of Fortnite. Oh, target spotted. Whoa, what? That was from this guy over here. What are you shooting at me, man? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This thing is insane, man. I gotta eliminate this guy ASAP. ASAP. Oh, I'm so close to being dead. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good at all. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Finally, this guy. Thank you. Oh, look at this. Look at this, boys. Look at this. Oh, we got one. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, there they are. Final 2 enemies. Let's Let's get involved, boys. What do you say? Huh. Got him, sort of. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Focus, focus, focus. Yep. Now we just got this guy. Yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. A massive victory royale. As soon as DAIGO'S Mythic Splinter Blades arrive here inside of Fortnite, I'll make sure to let all of you guys know by making a tweet over my official Twitter account at HomeOfGamesYT